Hi, everybody. Good afternoon. I'm Juliana from Mexico City office, and it's a pleasure to present our research innovation project here. This is the first research innovation project in Latin America and was carried out to identify opportunities in the Mexican highway network. This because Mexican government seeks for alternatives to invest in infrastructure projects and is promoting private investments with PPP. However, the government did not publish many bids, and the private sector began to seek opportunities to present unsolicited proposals. Many of our clients told us that they are interested in this, and the most recent government took office last December. So the private party is willing to invest and do business with the new administration. Considering this research innovation project was developed as tier to help our clients to identify good opportunities besides collect data that will be useful for their projects. So the study was developed in four major activities. The first one was to identify existing projects. For this, we reviewed all Mexican infrastructure programs and we did the research in public information to raise unsolicited proposals that are in progress. Based on public source, we identify more than 500 projects planned in the strategy program, and we research about each one of them to understand the status. This was very important to document all projects that are already being studied and not introduce them as a new opportunity for our clients, because they will be a bid in some moment. The second activity was to collect and analyze general information, which help us to understand the context of each region in the country. So we will now present some of them. Here you can see the 15 road corridors defined by the government that make us understand the network. Here is the annual average daily traffic of the existing network, cars and trucks. The Ministry of Transport published this information every year, so it's interesting to see that the central area of the country is very important, as the region near ports and the border with United States. Here we also checked the population by municipality. In this picture, it's possible to see the density. Also, main ports, airports, border crossings, special economic zones that Mexican government are incentivizing as instruments of economic development. The stated GDP growth for each one of the 32 Mexican states as historical data and estimated future growth, and also protecting natural areas, because we know that a project will not be interesting if they cross protect natural areas. With all this information, we proceeded to the third activity. There is the identification of possible proposals. We had workshops with our infrastructure specialists in which we presented all indicators and started to discuss about network improvement needs. At the end, we identified 59 projects. Some projects proposed during these workshops were excluded from our list because they cross protected natural areas or because they are already included in the government program, as we review in the first project activity. So each project had a detailed analysis to understand better the situation, and we focus on current travel time between the endpoints, main cities that will be connected and their population, existing of connection with ports, border crossing, and special economic zones, etc. With all this information, we defined the relevant prioritization criteria and the weight, as you can see at this picture. At the end, our projects were classified in 3 levels: high priority, medium priority, and low priority. So you can see here in this map. Our team developed an interactive map that you will see here. And this map is very interesting. You can see every project and these characteristics. So this map is being presented to our clients as preliminary analysis that can be explored as unsolicited proposals. And in case they are interested, still can develop a demand study in greater detail. The project has also been presented to other offices in Latin America, and they are interested in developing a similar project. Also, the information consulted is being used in other projects here at the Mexico office. So, well, it is. Thank you very much for your time and your attention. Do you have any comment or question?
How high a proportion of projects were considered in Mexico City versus the rest of the country? Because there's so many issues there.
Did you get that?
No.
The question was what proportion or how high a priority was was Mexico City compared to the rest of the country, given the amount of problems there are in the city?
The priority?
Yeah.
No, well, right now the government has set up the priority in south of Mexico.
Right.
So the government right now is going to focus on the Tren Maya and other projects related to infrastructure as well, but mainly in the south of Mexico. The local government in Mexico City would prioritize the projects mostly in safety, but I don't think they are going to invest in new infrastructure related to vehicle mobility.